I feel like now's a good time to start getting into our weekly segment that we do every single week. It's called Loading Complete or Stuck on Loading.
Yes.
Now, hold on, let me give you some preface to the subject. So, because you may not know what it may mean from the title. Let me go ahead and. All right, so this is basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna point out one good thing and one bad thing that we've seen this week. Something that makes you say someone's screen is stuck on loading or someone's loading screen is complete. If you catch my drift.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So. How do you want to do this, Arthur? You want to go first?
Yeah.
Let's start with loading complete.
Yeah, actually, I'll go first.
What you got?
What you got? So, for my loading complete, once again, we're going to be delving into the realm of Fall Guys, as Sony has announced that Fall Guys is now the most downloaded PS Plus game in history. It is the most downloaded game, and I just want to say shout-outs to Fall Guys once again. Great game. We did a small review on our podcast last week, which you can also find the video version of that same review on Aaron Ryder.
I'll say small. Those shows like 16 minutes.
No. You gotta say small because the people will be like, oh, okay, let me check it out real quick.
Yeah.
But
True. We did do a review of Fall Guys. Feel free to check that one out.
Amen.
I think that's dope to see that's like the most downloaded PlayStation Plus game. I don't think most games that come out on PlayStation Plus launch the same day it comes out on PlayStation Plus. So I'm not surprised. And this game has been going pretty like crazy over on Twitch and all other. It's pretty much become the new fad.
Yeah.
This month.
I want to say it's slowly becoming like the new Fortnite. It's like that one game that everyone can just like have a blast with. It's free. Well, it's free on PlayStation and. Yeah, I think like if they implement it with like other consoles, like if Xbox gets it, Switch gets it, and then crossplay becomes a thing, this game is gonna just grow even more popular. So
well, I'm gonna go on a limb here and say this game is low key better than Fortnite.
Oh, really?
And the only reason I'm gonna say that is because it's a well for one, the game is just easier to get into.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see why this has a much broader appeal than people would just play Fortnite. Because like I said in our review, if you're going to check that one out on my YouTube channel, Aaron Ryder, I basically say it doesn't really take much to get into. You could play this game with like an elder. You could play this game with a young kid, and they'll get into it the same way. You know what I mean? It's only 3 buttons,
mm-hmm.
and in the game I believe 3 or 4. But yeah. All right, cool.
All right. Before we continue, though, I'm going to have a counter, right? In my head, I'm going to start a counter of how many times we referenced the YouTube channel. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna see how many times. We're already at 3, and it hasn't even been the 8 minutes.
Hey, let me rock, man. Loaded complete. So for this one, we have a new Nintendo Switch. Is pretty much almost damn near but confirmed coming out in 2021. Okay, so I believe this is the Switch Pro rumors we've been seeing a lot of. I don't know. Okay, so I'm getting this from TechRadar.com. I don't know how far I would go as far as this title, talking about 4K visuals. I don't know about that. I do not know about that. That's probably not going to happen, to be honest with you. But if I could just go off expectations, I would say hopefully 1080p. 1080p would be dope. 1080p handheld, maybe like 1440p. You know what I'm saying? Like on the actual dock, but who knows, bro? I don't know if they're getting into the 4K area just yet. I don't know if Nintendo really do that like that. You know what I'm saying? But hey,
yeah,
they really got to focus more on that battery life. I hope the battery life is going to be a lot bigger in this one.
I hope so, honestly.
And yeah. If there is a new Switch coming out, I'm definitely gonna be looking for it. I mean, it's damn near almost but confirmed. But Nintendo, no. Come on,
you know. I hope.
But anyway,
I hope
that's my loaded complete. What you got for stuck on loading?
Stuck on loading. All right, so with Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War being released almost around the same time the next gen consoles are going to be released as well, there has been a lot of additions of the game that involve both the PlayStation and Xbox, the current gen consoles and next gen consoles. And if I could bring it up right now, the process of upgrading is very complicated to say the least. So there is essentially 10 different ways you can buy Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, whether it's upgrading from current gen to next gen, or to stick with one gen, or then you want to avoid paying extra, pre-order bonuses, all of this stuff. And it's so much. Like it's so much. Like if you,
how many versions you said?
10.
How many versions?
10
versions.
Like
5 per, I believe it's 5 per system,
each,
right?
yeah.
So 5 for PlayStation, the PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5, and then 5 for the Xbox.
Yeah, and then there's so many stipulations, right? Because like from the article here that I got from The Verge, right? It says like there's certain things like I want to play digitally on PS4, and I'm not sure if I'm getting a PS5. Oh, I want a disc that will play on PS5. I want a disc I will play on my PS4, and then later on I'll get a PS5 and then upgrade from that. And then Xbox, it starts to become even more.
Yeah, it's very convoluted, but my main issues with this thing are the two issues, right? The first issue is we're not aware of what the capacity or how much PlayStation 5s are going to be shipped and how many Xboxes are going to be shipped and available at launch date. You know what I mean? So it really brings up the question, like, why are all these options being in play where you don't even know if you're going to be able to get your hands on one day one? You know what I mean? Or for the people that do buy a day one, I don't really believe that's the best of ideas. But for the people that are gonna get a day one, they don't know. But in the second glaring issue that I'm seeing is the article that we have basically referenced from. I'm not sure. I don't remember the website off the top of my head right now. But they basically said that you're basically paying the $10 upgrade for increased frame rate and better faster loading times, I believe it is, right? I don't really understand how that upgrade is worthy of $10, because if you're on PC and you go from a potato to a beast PC, the game's not gonna charge you more for being upgraded. I understand that they're making slight changes, but I feel like this is something that this could have just been released on current gen, and then because it is backwards compatible from what we know, so they could just patch in updates for the PlayStation 5 or the new Xbox, so that way it'll come with the upgraded frame rate and better visuals. I'm not sure why it costs $10 to get practically the exact same game on a upgraded system. If you're already paying for the system, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't really. That's just my thing. I don't really know how.
I was saying it a little bit earlier is that only thing that I can think of, right, that makes a little bit of sense is that both the PlayStation 4 version of Black Ops Cold War has to be different in terms of like performance, and like it was made more for the console. And then I can see that, right? Because well, I can see it, but it's still like, I'm still always just.
It's a reach, bro. It's a reach.
Yeah, it's like when you're gonna the PlayStation 4 version. If you're gonna be playing it on your PS5, and you have the PS4 version, it may be backwards compatible, but it's still using like, I guess, PS4 specs. And then it's like you said, they could make it like a patch, but then it would be I don't know actually.
Anyways, for my Stuck on Loading, it's gonna go out to anybody out there that bought Bella Thorne's OnlyFans. So here's the thing, right? I'm not even in this realm. Bro. But let me just tell you the information, because this shit is crazy, right?
Okay, let me hear
So
this.
Apparently on her OnlyFans, and yes, I have checked, just for informative purposes. I will not
Your
pay that
sacrifice
price,
for this podcast will be known, AJ.
For informative purposes only. She charges $200 a year for her subscription, and I believe that's the equivalent of like $20 a month. And within the first 24 hours, she made $1 million, and in less than a week, she made $2.2 million.
All right. So I just want to ask this, because I've actually never known exactly what an OnlyFans subscription does. Like, what do you get? Say if I'm a simp, right? And I get Bella Thorne.
Okay.
What do I get with my subscription to her? Like, what does she do for me? What do I get to see?
Well, it really just depends on the person who you are subscribing to. I guess if you want more provocative, you want more provocative content.
Is this like the female version
you can
of
get
Patreon?
provocative content. Not really, because there are a bunch of dudes on OnlyFans too, a bunch of YouTubers too. Fucking Onision has a fucking OnlyFans.
Oh my god. Okay.
Fucking, I think I'm Alex has a OnlyFans too, or something like that.
Oh my god.
But basically, what it is the equivalency of like a Patreon, where you're getting content from what you're subscribing to, except on OnlyFans you can be a lot more provocative. Or not provocative. That's what you want to do. It really just depends on what it wants to. Anything goes on OnlyFans. All right, like anything can rock.
Okay.
Anything can rock over there. So shit is crazy. I just want to know who the fuck is giving Bella Thorne money for it, like, you know what I mean, for just pictures. I don't get it. Like, she's not doing like crazy like provocative content over there. From what I've heard,
it's like a parody video of
it's just like
just
pictures.
transparent.
You know what I mean?
I'll tell you,
transparent.
motherfucking Sims.
You can see his outline. And
said
then
he
of
just
course,
made a new video,
I
I
mean,
saw
not
it.
of course,
That's what he
but then
says.
there also
I see you,
like
Arthur, I see
shit
you.
going around that like she's scamming people too.
What's up, guys?
Scamming people
I see you.
on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Hello?
I mean, no,
Can you hear me?
don't act
Yeah, I
like
can hear
shit.
you.
It happens.
No, I
It
can
happens.
imagine that it happened. Listen. I am a person that just doesn't understand.
Not that I would know, of course. You know what I mean?
Like
But,
that you have to add that. Yo, I bet you people gonna be listening to this and be like, yo, I bet you this man went on her OnlyFans and bought a subscription. Stop
hell
fucking
no.
coming.
Hell no. You're tripping. All right. I guess that's a good place to end this weekly segment off here. Loading complete or stuck on loading.
Yes.
But yeah, stuck on loading. It goes out to y'all. You're fucking idiots.
Yo, $20 yo. All I'm saying, right, is that you can watch stuff like that for free.
Arthur, I think they know.
For free.
No.
No. They need to be reminded. Because this girl just got
Arthur.
2 million.
Just let it go. Just let it go, my guy. Just let it go like Frozen. That's also Disney too. You feel me?
All right.